In the sun-drenched lanes of Vrindavan, the air was a whirlwind of pink and gold. It was Holi, the festival where every heart dances to the rhythm of the drums. Young Krishna, with a peacock feather tucked into his hair, was the center of the joy, his laughter echoing through the village. Everyone was laughing, their faces painted in bright hues of crimson and emerald. But amidst the cheers and the splashing of scented water, Krishna noticed something. He paused, his gaze drifting toward the quiet shadows of a large, ancient banyan tree at the edge of the clearing. Behind the thick, twisted trunk stood a boy named Abir. He held a small, empty earthen bowl in his trembling hands. His clothes were worn and dusty, and he stayed hidden in the shade, afraid that his silence and his poverty would dampen the loud, vibrant celebration. Krishna stepped away from his cheering friends. He walked softly toward the tree, his golden anklets tinkling like tiny bells against the earth. He saw that Abir's hands were clean. Not a single speck of blue or red touched his skin. The boy looked ready to run away. "Why are you hiding, my friend?" Krishna asked, his voice as warm as the morning sun. Abir looked down at his bare feet, his shoulders hunching. "I have no colors to give," he whispered, "and my clothes are old and torn. I do not belong in such a bright game." Krishna laughed, a sound like running water. He reached deep into his own bag and pulled out a generous fistful of the brightest yellow powder anyone had ever seen. "Colors do not see clothes, Abir," Krishna said. "They do not care for gold or rags. They only see the heart." Krishna reached out and gently poured half of the shimmering yellow dust into Abir's empty bowl. Then he added a pinch of sky blue and a dash of sunset orange from his pouch. The empty earthen bowl was suddenly transformed into a treasure chest of light and hope. Abir's eyes widened as he looked at the vibrant pile in his hands. He looked up at Krishna, and the heavy shyness began to melt away like sugar in warm milk. He realized that the festival wasn't about what you possessed, but the joy you were willing to share. With a sudden burst of courage, Abir took a handful of the blue powder and tossed it high into the air. Krishna answered with a spray of brilliant crimson. Soon, the quiet space behind the tree was transformed into a private rainbow, just for the two of them. By the time the sun began to set, Abir's dusty clothes were the most beautiful in all of Vrindavan, painted in the colors of friendship. He wasn't the boy who watched from the shadows anymore. He was a boy who had danced with the divine, forever wearing the colors of love.